hurry, run outside. It's only 61 degrees. Going to be a scorcher, hot one today. JC?
Man, it's only 61. That's a cold front moving in here. All that's about to change. I walked in here yesterday. Brad had 105 for the weekend. I said, it ain't going to be no 105. Well, I'll be doggone if it ain't going to be about 105 this weekend. Gloria will fill you in on that weather. Join me today. Roy not here. Little boy is. Seth filling in this morning. Our ZTV Golf Pro, Daryl Heavey in here. Going to talk some heavyweight stuff this morning. Got a lot of, how y'all?
Wonderful. How about you?
Yeah. Daryl, you say you got a friend down in Florida. He get some rain?
Yeah, 14 inches in 2 days. Yeah.
That's a lot of rain. We sure could use some here.
Well,
Seth, what's up with you?
I live in the dream.
Living a dream. Oh, good. Things good. Don't forget 10% off today. Go down at Herbs and More right here across from Clem Tire, and you'll get 10% off, won't you, Seth?
Yes, sir. Every Wednesday, if you mention something about Cooper.
That's right. And Monday is what?
Monday, our first Monday's coming up. It's 30% off all products but nutritional health care. But all products in the store, 30% off.
We'll get all that going. Frank is on the phone. Frank brought us some fresh squash in here. Now, if you've got fresh vegetables in your garden, we do accept them here. I'm right now, Ray Gold, I'm looking for tomatoes. I have none yet.
You have plenty of
Eloise Crow, where's all this crop coming in? It's 4th of July. It's coming up Wednesday. I need some fresh vegetables out of y'all's gardens.
You're pitiful.
Just saying. Since we had that fried food this weekend, that, oh man, Gloria outdid herself. Fried okra, fried squash. Man, now I'm a believer in boiled okra too. I like that slimy stuff. It's good for you. We got a lot of stuff coming up today. Johnny Lee D should be back from the Southern Baptist Convention down in New Orleans. He should be joining us later on this morning. We're going to share some more of that video from Round Island Baptist Church celebrating their 195th year of existence this past Sunday. All that's coming up. Plus, we got another outhouse story up there from Jamie Ricketts shot when we went up there last week. He's got an extended version of the outhouse deal, so we'll pass on a little bit of that with you this morning too. 603-4848. You can text Gloria or me, 230-1123. I'll have my phone. That's what's coming up. Don't forget now, before I go over there and have my usual seat and start in my command center, Friday is my last day before the 4th of July. There it is right there. Y'all are all invited. We're going to feed you free. Friday, June 29th, 6 to 7 a.m., ZTV Studios, right here on Highway 72. Joy and Sandy Boyd will be cooking up a storm. We're going to have some of that pig candy, Seth, cinnamon-flavored bacon. It is absolutely fantastic, so we'll have all that going on. So come on by and have your picture made with Gloria that Friday morning. A lot of politicians going to be here. Sheriff Blakely's going to be here, keeping the crowd control down. All that's happening Friday morning, bright and early at 6 a.m. The sun will be up. We'll be cooking up a storm. All right, let's get cranking with the weather because there ain't much change, is it, baby?
No, there's not. And if you have a pool, it's actually too hot to be out there by one right now. But wake up, wake up, wake up. Time to get up, go to work, and try to stay cool today. 61 degrees out there right now. If you need to do anything outside, now is definitely the time. You got a couple hours before it gets really warm. High temperatures today around 95. Not so bad considering we are going to see higher temperatures, or triple digits rather. 101 for tomorrow. Look at the rest of the forecast. We could actually see 105. A lot of them are saying 101, 102, but don't be surprised if some areas do actually see 105 degrees, even 106 degrees that the Weather Channel is reporting this morning.
Hey, Frank.
Yeah.
What time's Carol Lynn on over in Hartsville? She on right now?
No, she's on at 2, I think.
2?
Yeah, 2 to 6, something like that.
2 to 6. Well, she ought to come over here and do a remote with us Friday morning.
Yes, she should.
Carol Lynn, get up early. Get over here. We're right across from Haney Equipment.
What was that article that you had? The weather article?
I don't guess you did it, did you?
There it is, severe heat.
Yeah, there it is,
Impact
severe
Valley.
heat to
I think we all know it
Impact
already.
Valley. Huh?
I think we all know it already.
Yeah, well,
just try to
you need to know more about it. Here's the forecast right there. This is out of the Decatur Daily this morning.
Pretty much what we just showed. Sure is.
It says we're really trying to stress that heat levels are dangerous, Seth. Dangerous. We're urging people to take precautions, stay inside, check back seats for children or pets.
Oh, don't leave the kids in the car.
Surely the goodness, you got enough sense, quit leaving your pet or your kid in the back seat of a car. You know? So.
Well, that's one of the things about the heat is people have to stay hydrated, because you're going to lose all the water out of your body in this heat. And one of the great things to do is to You can drink Gatorade, things like that. It's got really high calorie content, though. You can get these little pH drops right here, though, and that puts the electrolytes in your drinks. That way you don't dehydrate in this heat. So just an idea.
All right. Daryl, you're talking about your buddy down there. Here's a sign I got up from Florida right here. It says this is at the St. Jose Baptist Church in Jacksonville, Florida. If you prayed for rain, you can stop now. We're all praying for rain. This is in the papers this morning, but we can pray for some rain up this way. It ain't going to happen.
Cute.
And also, out of USA Today this morning, Gulf Shores, if y'all are headed down there for the weekend, for the 4th of July weekend, state beaches are getting ready for the 4th of July. Tropical Depression Debbie bears down on Florida. Surf conditions have improved enough for Gulf Shores and Orange Beach to reopen coastal waters. Forecasts for the next week are mostly sunny, and the rip tides, you know, they were double red flags too down that way over the weekend. So y'all be careful if you're going down there. Go by and visit Papa Rocco. Tell him we said
Happy 4th.
Yeah, I wish I could eat oysters again, but I can't. So hey, a lot of things like that. All right, the big news, and y'all may not keep up with it. I know Daryl, you will. You're not that big of a football fan. BCS playoff is a done deal. They're not calling it BCS anymore, though. It is a playoff. It starts in 2014. Says here the 4 playoff participants will be determined by a selection committee, kind of like the basketball. I don't really like that, but that's the way it is, Daryl. They will play the semifinal. 1 will play 4. 2 will play 3. They will play these either on New Year's Eve or both, New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, with the championship game coming on the first Monday after this in the new year. Whoever bids the most, like Dallas, would get the championship game. Being a Bama fan, knowing we will be in it probably almost every year, the top 4 teams. If you want to go to Dallas this year, here's a special in Huntsville Times this morning. A block of seats on a nonstop Huntsville to Dallas flights have been arranged for the Alabama-Michigan game September 1st. Huntsville International Airport, Frank secured the seats and worked with Delta to add another flight. The total cost, which ain't bad, includes total taxes and fee, is $498.20 per person.
Really? That's good.
Y'all can't do math. That's less than $500 a piece. You leave Friday, the day after my birthday, August 31st at 2:45 p.m. And at 4:45, you're already at Dallas-Fort Worth Airport.
Nice.
You return Sunday at 10 a.m. and end in Huntsville at noon. So you get your tickets right now for under $500. That ain't a bad. Does not include tickets to the game or transportation or hotel accommodations. Well, there you go.
So we're now having playoffs for the championship.
Yeah, starting in 2 years.
Oh, in 2 years.
Starting in 2 years. Right now, it's just number 1, number 2.
What's the delay?
Well, they got contracts, Seth, that they have to. This means like $500 million extra for college football each year. Now, ZTV will be one of the bidders trying to get the game here.
No,
we might well throw our hat in the ring. We may get that here. I mean, you never know. You never know.
Your bid will be low.
Yesterday we had the local Kitty Carnival people up here. Don't forget that opens tomorrow, Thursday, opening ceremony Thursday at 6 p.m. Features 10 rides, Seth. Train carousel, you need to take little David over there. Ferris wheel and a parachute ride. Each ride is 50 cents a ticket. We may be starting one out here in our own parking lot since I heard as much money as they made yesterday for a good cause is over there.
Go to theirs.
All right. Front page of USA Today this morning.
Okay.
Do most Americans believe in UFOs?
No.
Well, let's do a survey. Frank?
No.
No UFO. Corey?
Well, it's an unidentified
Okay, Corey's a space cadet anyway. He's all for one. Daryl?
No.
Well, it depends on how you define unidentified flying object. I threw a Frisbee the other day, and I mean, somebody may have thought, well, now that was pretty cool, and that was unidentified. But
Front page of the paper says aliens often compete with superheroes, vampires, and zombies, but right now more of a third of Americans say UFOs are not a fantasy. This from National Geographic Channel, that 80 million Americans are certain that UFOs exist, and that 1 in 10 believe they have actually seen one at one time or another.
Yeah, you tell me you saw one, I'm sending you off somewhere. If you ever told me you saw one, I'd send you off.
17% of Americans don't believe they exist, 36% they do, and 48% aren't sure if they believe in them or not. 22% say would befriend an alien.
hey, I've befriended a couple aliens before.
15% said they'd run away. 13% said they'd locked their door, and only 2% said they'd tried to inflict bodily harm on an alien.
I went to the Home Depot the other day. They're pretty nice.
Nearly 65% think Barack Obama would be better suited than Mitt Romney to handle an alien invasion. Come on. Barack Obama looks like an alien.
Hey, he won't even kill a terrorist.
I don't know. They probably interviewed a bunch of liberals.
Would you know
He's
that?
got the
That's
ears
funny
for it, though.
stuff.
All right. Y'all got time for me to do my number one story?
Gentle.
My number one story on this Wednesday morning edition of Cooper Company. Now, I ain't going to be here next week. Y'all be running reruns next week, so y'all may not see this show until Friday of next week. So if you're watching on Friday,
You've
I'll be
just
back to work on
utterly
Tuesday of
confused
next week.
everyone.
Don't forget open house this Friday morning. Carol Lynn needs to do a live remote. Frank, can you take care of that? Tell her I ain't paying her, but I'll give her some publicity. Call her today, see if
She's
she can get her over
watching.
and do a live remote from our parking lot. We're going to have 50 or 60 people here.
You think?
Well, maybe not that many, but if you want some free food, come on up here and get it. All right. Dear Abby, on this morning,
You're wide awake.
pot smoking husband stuck in past. How's this going to go, Corey?
Not good.
Leave
Here we go.
Corey alone.
My husband, who's in his 50s, talks often about his college days. He smokes marijuana. I tried it. I didn't like it. Liar. Over the past several years, he started smoking it again. I told him I don't like it. But he says he does it only occasionally, Seth, to, quote, take the edge off. Many times he smoked when we're on bike rides, road trips, or on Sunday drives. It makes me feel like he needs to be high in order to have a good time with me.
Apparently.
Not to mention him driving kind of slow
Yeah.
and eating Lay's potato chips by the dozen.
Why are you
I've
letting
tried
him drive?
compromising by asking him not to do it when we're together. He agreed, but doesn't keep his word. He does it thinking I don't know what he's up to. I've noticed that he's becoming forgetful and is sometimes unable to understand information.
No.
Is this a midlife crisis he's going through? How do I get him to stop?
Good luck with that one.
You probably don't.
How do I get him to stop?
How about you become more entertaining so he likes being around you without being high?
Her answer is, Dear Mrs. Pothead,
Oh, wow.
it's not a midlife crisis. I'm told that the grass that's available today is far stronger than when your hubby smoked it in college.
No.
I've heard that, Corey.
Say it isn't so.
Huh? What?
Corey's a good boy. Leave him alone.
All right, Corey, I know Corey's a good kid and could pass a drug test if I gave him one this morning.
Yes, he could.
However, you look the type, Corey. I mean, come on, let's just, is that racial
He's a rock
profiling?
star, man.
Is that racial profiling?
That's profiling.
Young guy with long hair. You
He's
look
a
like a
rock
doper,
star.
Corey. Flip-flops. I mean, come on.
Plus, he's a rock star, too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, musician. I mean, I'm just picking on you, Corey, because you're the only one that looks like you might do something illegal.
He gets it all the time.
Your husband may be becoming forgetful and unable to process, maybe because he smokes pot a lot more than you think. Because marijuana slows reaction, he should not be driving while under the influence, and you shouldn't be riding with him. Since you can't convince him to stop, you can benefit from visiting group support, family, and friends, because marijuana is one, and it appears your husband has become addicted. Ooh. And of course, marijuana is illegal.
That's
You got to be
funny
careful.
to
It's a
you.
gateway drug, right?
It's funny to you.
Somebody that's driving, I would rather meet them on the road smoking pot than the drunk guy. Okay,
Well, no, yeah.
They're stopping at stop ahead signs, and you know,
Hey, more likely, if he's
overcautious.
smoking dope, he's drinking beer.
Well, now that could be a bad combination.
Which leads me to the next, Dear Abby. I'm on a roll with these things today.
boy.
Frank, pay attention.
What is it?
Jamie, my husband, has been sending pictures of himself to online dating services, advertising for a personal relationship with a so-called, quote, right woman. I feel this is a betrayal of our marriage vows, and he's cheating. He claims he's just looking out at what's out there. My concern is, why is he looking in the first place? All I get from him is, I love you, and I want to be with you.
But let me send this chick this.
I have seen these dating sites, and I feel hurt and betrayed. Am I wrong to feel this way, or should I believe what he's saying is harmless fun and go smoke one? Dear brokenhearted, your instincts are right on the money. You have every reason to feel, but who? Idiot!
Who has to write that?
Your husband's words don't match his actions. What he's doing is not harmless fun. It's a danger to your marriage. You do not tolerate. Run, don't walk to a marriage counselor. I'm sending photos of, I say I'm sexting.
Yeah.
As soon as I learn how to send a picture.
It's been by accident, and if any of you have received one of those, from
Say
him,
I'm
I apologize
sexting
in
someone,
advance.
or I'm just to carry on a conversation with them. You know, and I'm on one of these, how do you get on them sites anyway? I mean, would you be suspicious?
No. Duh. I'm not going to show you how to sext either. You'll send it to the wrong person again.
Because y'all listening don't know, sexting is when you send a partially nude photograph or totally nude. Here's my number, 230-1123. Yeah, we got to take a break. Y'all hang on.
Your phone's going to light up.